I walked into the hall quietly, hands folded over my suit, eyes tracing the rows of guests. They'd placed me at the very back, where I might have been invisible, a shadow among strangers, a polite distance carefully curated, as if to remind me where I belong, or where they thought I did. 18 years, 18 years of devotion, of sleepless nights, watching my child grow into someone I thought I knew completely. And then one evening, she had said it. He's not yours. Had not spoken. Not then. I had gone home staring at the ceiling, replaying the past like a film that refused to end. Shared birthday, every scraped knee, every quiet conversation with our child now filtered through doubt I could not unsee. The hall smelled of flowers and polished wood, laughter and faint perfume. The bride moved gracefully down the aisle, hands trembling slightly, though she did not know why. My attention drifted to her father, seated stiffly at the front, a stern presence I had noticed in glimpses over the years. He caught my gaze and froze, flicker of recognition passing across his features. I remembered the first signs of unease, the questions too sharp to be casual, the glances that lingered too long. I had pushed them aside for years, convincing myself that love and commitment would fill the gaps. Yet here I was, seated at the back, waiting for a wedding to proceed, as if nothing had happened. The ceremony continued, the officiant's voice steady, but the room felt taut with unspoken tension. Every whispered comment, every sideways glance seemed amplified. And then it happened. The bride's father stood abruptly, his face drained of color. The words of the officiant fell into silence. Guests shifted uncomfortably, sensing a rupture in the expected rhythm. I sat still, letting the moment expand around me. Authority had intervened, not through force, but through recognition. The truth finally exerted itself visibly. Memories surged in fragments, the child's first steps, their first words. Quiet evenings reading stories together, the betrayals, yes, but also my own choices, to endure, to absorb, to stay present despite the fracture beneath everything. The pain had been mine, but so too had the perseverance. Not rise immediately, I did not speak. The room held its collective breath. The pause itself became a statement. Power was not seized with shouting or spectacle. It was quiet, undeniable, anchored in presence, and the inevitability of acknowledgement could see it reflected in the eyes around me, recognition of something long concealed. Not just my dignity, consequences of the deception. A recalibration had occurred, subtle, yet absolute. And yet I felt no need for celebration, no gloating. I had not arrived here for revenge. I had arrived here simply to exist fully and uncompromised in a space that had tried to erase me. The ceremony remained suspended, the bride's father frozen at the front, and I exhaled a little, letting the tension settle around me. There was no applause, no dramatic confrontation, only a moment of clarity, where truth and presence demanded acknowledgement, where dignity was reclaimed quietly. I stayed seated, watching, breathing. The child I had raised was there, untouched by the confusion swirling among adults. And in that, in the silent reclamation of my place, there was a victory no one else needed to witness, and no one else could take from me. The hall felt different. Nothing had formally changed. I had changed. I had endured. And now I existed not as an afterthought, as someone who could be seen without needing permission. The weight of years pressed down, yes, but also lifted strange paradox that left me quietly, irreversibly empowered.